Hello everyone, and welcome to another session of the Lusophone Empire campaign, and there's some big news. We are actually a great power, which means, well, not just now legally allowed to create a power block, but I think it's a good time. So I don't have really a thematic idea of what to make, so I was thinking about just making a trade league. But, I mean, we are supposed to be Lusophone Empire, so... Oops, sorry for knocking the phone. The microphone. Let's just go for this. I will make the emblem and statue in between the sessions. And probably eventually I will just go for Customs Union. But for the time being, this seems like a bad idea. I don't want to be losing cohesion, even though gaining that much authority would be pretty nice. And just go for this as a start. And how much people will hate me for this? Quite a bit, but the only nation that really matters... Actually, you know what? I will form it after the war with Spain. Because that would be pretty bad if someone actually joined against us. So let's give it a bit of a wait. And let's go for the most important war in... is it the most important war in this campaign? Maybe. Philippines and Cuba might be sending some troops in theory, but in practice I'm not sure if it's very likely they will actually use those troops. And yeah, the only really... Oh, wow. Russia is pretty close to joining, but so is Great Britain. Yeah, let's risk it. Even if Russia joins, it doesn't necessarily mean they will actually send any troops towards us. Okay, let's mobilize. And I don't think they are likely to actually try any naval invasions. Let's move some more troops towards here. All of those guys will be really fast at actually mobilizing. One of you should get... You all suck. You're not great either. But at least you're not a landowner or clergy. You need a bit more control over this army. And people actually like us for it, I guess. Yeah, trade unions finally removed their penalty towards construction, which is pretty important. Okay, let's wait and see what's going to happen. There's actually a few places I could sway towards doing something. We'll need a lot more cannons and ammunition, which is to be expected. Let's just import it from wherever I can. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be a huge issue. But I will also begin some more construction on my own, I think. Just in case. Oh. That, whoa. It's a bit of a lag. Oh yeah, because it's all of the British empires that shows up in this menu, so it needs to load everything. Right. I only have one Iberia, that's really not that many. There's like 5 here. And then artillery... Well, not that many. So let's get them in Estremadura as well. Actually, maybe Beira. And let's build a railway here as well, while at it. There's going to be a lot of money being lost, but I can tank it for a little bit and it's just a construction. Okay. A lot of people could, like, Russia is... unfortunately, they like Spain quite a bit. Let's see, can I just call in Great Britain? I can. So this helps a ton. Russia does join, but we have advantage in navy. Could get with ban slavery against Cuba, out of all places. This would be somewhat annoying because it would put the war goal not on the war leader, So I don't really want that. I don't think anyone else is likely to join. France is a bit close, but they're not close enough, I don't think. Hopefully. British South Cameroon. Okay. It's actually pretty good, means that we are not really losing anything. And let's see the other states. So Canary Islands, that's actually 10 infamy, that's quite a bit. Let us Spanish South Cameroon, so that's for sure what I want. And actually, oh yeah, we have border with them through Great Britain. Yeah, let's just go for it. Actually, yeah, it makes France like me less. Do I actually risk going for 2 wars against Spain? Which would delay me making them like me. Yeah, I mean, Russia is in already. For now we have... I mean, with such a massive advantage in quality, maybe it really won't be that much time for me to win this. But yeah, if France joins in France, I'm pretty sure the French army is a bit scary. Yeah, isn't it great how you have to check the unit type through 4 menus? But yeah, that's... I don't want to push anymore and risk them actually joining. And some support towards the Gibraltar. The war goal in actually useful place. Doesn't necessarily mean they will go there, but maybe. And yeah, maybe let's... I cannot... Okay, I can make you go here. So let's get it real quick. We got a revolution, that's not really going to be important. And the Brits are sending some troops, so that's good. We got an advance here. Fair enough. Number 6 great power, that's number 6 in GDP as well. We overtook Prussia, which Prussia is really not doing much with their leadership. Maybe it was a white peace? Nah, it couldn't have been a white peace between Austria and Prussia. This war, that war was won by Prussia pretty handily. So we're not really doing anything about it. It's strange, but maybe I will see eventually. Rural folk showed up, yay! I mean, at least they're giving me a bonus for now, so that's good. Is every interest group in? Hehe. Hehe uprising, oh my god. Yeah, I think every interest group is in power. This is actually... Oh yeah, it's like colonial war. Yeah, we'll send those guys there. It's going to take them a long time. Let's send you guys there. Armed forces, that's fine. Still going to take you forever to get there. And it's just like 2 provinces. Oh my god, that's annoying. And Russia is moving 100 battalions over here. What are the quality of their troops? They have skirmishers, so Spain is super behind on technology. And yeah, there's Russian troops here as well. Do I actually start mobilizing? The problem with mobilization is... I will need more bullets. And bullets are already a bit of a problem. I mean, I will have 4 more buildings in a few weeks. 4 goals added for Spain. We have Haitian uprising, that's not really an issue. Humiliate British war reparations. Yeah, good thing they're putting war goals on Great Britain. That means they're not going to be out, and Russia will be out, because there's nothing on them. Are you chill with maybe something better? Oh, I don't have enough maneuvers. Really? No. What? Oh, I ran out of time. It's fine. I think it should be fine. It might be actually kind of bloody in the end, but are you guys defending or attacking? You guys are attacking, so I will help you out if possible. Okay, this is going to be quite a big thing. We got the Iberian War in 1886, which is somewhat a proxy war between Russia and Great Britain. So I guess since Persia is firmly part of the British Empire, they had to play out their conflict someplace. Too bad it's over here. Spain is definitely mobilizing. We are winning something. And in theory, I actually don't need... Yeah, I actually only need 2 states, so maybe I just focus on Galicia. I just need Galicia from here, and this thing I'm going to take pretty much for free in a second. Yeah, so maybe this is going to be a bit easier. Let's make sure nothing stupid happens here. There's a lot of troops on both sides. Yeah, so we already have this, and we are kind of pushing towards this. We're actually winning here, so that's good. We are defending here. Debate failed. Okay, it's still going quite well, to be honest. The landowners got they got super chill, actually. Military access in Canada, in Persia, and in Afghanistan. Oh, so there's going to be a front. Oh, Great Britain controls this. Is Afghanistan somehow part of this war? Oh, it's part of the Russian Empire. Oh, and now Persia is actually a front line, which is good because that means the Russians might be moving there, perhaps? Not sure if they will. They are moving some troops at least. For now, it's just the Persians fighting there, which is not going to end up great for them. Yeah, this one we're losing, but that's not really important. Yeah, the worst thing is we will have to fight more than one war against Spain eventually, though really there's not much more to take from them. So maybe it's really not an issue. The most important thing is Galicia, everything else is just a bonus. So maybe I'll just make friends with them, and eventually if I go over infamy, everyone will hate me. They have 0 battalions. Okay, so this is not going to last long. So eventually they will hate me enough that I will just be able to take it from them without causing much issue. Yeah, there's nothing that's really keeping Russia in this war. They're gaining advantage here. I still don't have my ammunition factories. But actually, the price is not too bad. I think it's time to mobilize this somewhat. And by somewhat, I mean 100 battalions. It's just infantry, but that's because it's easier, and I don't think all of them are actually going to even be raised before the end of the war, so probably doesn't matter that much. Just need some more troops over here. There will be like 20k joining pretty soon from over here as well. It's more like 12. Okay, yeah, those guys are done. And are you going in the right direction? No. You're going to Asia, which is not what I want. Go and protect your homeland. You guys are probably not actually from Portugal, but still. It's your homeland by proxy. And where's my navy, actually? I'm not sure if I actually want to use them, but... Oh, they're in India. Yeah, let's at least move them towards the mainland. Oh, right. I forgot a pretty important thing. Right. So at least I can do this for pretty much free. Can I just go for this? Apparently I just can. Okay, that's good. This should increase my numbers quite quickly. Yeah, whoa, the conscripts are coming in fast. And we're not losing that much money just yet. We have actually pretty good advantage from Gibraltar, assuming the Brits are attacking, and I think they are. That's good enough. Untrained hands. Yeah, I don't want to piss off trade unions again, so sorry kids, you're not getting the money. You yearn for the mines, but yet the adults deny you. Oh wow, we really started to push. I think the Russians are just going some places. Maybe just us gaining numbers. And exile at the gates. Nicolaus Pfeiffer from Nassau. Got a lot of Nassau people coming in. Do I want democracy? This might be a problem, but the radical movement is not that strong. David Cagni sounds a bit like David Cachet. Nihilist. But sure, I mean, we will be switching to out of monarchy pretty soon, so maybe not going to be too bad. We got a liberal movement started. Might be useful. So they actually, I don't mind monarchy, which I suppose fair enough, they care about actual power. We can actually combine those front lines, that's really nice. We're building artillery, and we're actually not using... no, I'm using all of my government construction. It's really not looking that bad when it comes to income, somehow. Spread thin. Oh yeah, I can make you leave one of those. So Portuguese-British community is going there for a long time. Anti-French Association, it's a lot of people here. This one I really hate. Honestly, I think maybe leaving the British friendship. I think maybe in the long term, anti-British League is actually going to be better because we will be fighting wars. We have Canadians fighting. Yeah. We got Paulista from Brazil coming in, that's nice. The mass movement. And is this going to be, this might be the final battle for Galicia. And yeah. Got another advance here. With weakening petite bourgeoisie, which I don't, actually they lost a ton of clout. They used to have 37, now they have 10. Wow. The industrialists are really, and intelligentsia as well, just gained so much. Despite still being a loser. Oh, I think that modifier is actually lasting longer than it used to. They actually have a ton of clout. It's still minus 28%. Wow. That I totally forgot about, to be honest. So actually I can start making the Spaniards like me. And yeah, the war is over pretty much now. We just continue pushing since we have huge advantage here and a lot of British troops, so and not that many Spaniards dying. Not that many Portuguese. Actually, more Portuguese are dying than the Brits. But the Russians are actually the biggest losers. Not too surprising, they've been bringing a lot of troops in. They're actually struggling to defeat the Persian army in the Caucasus. Okay. I'm not sure what happened here in Afghanistan. That seems kind of weird. I think it might be one of the events. I think Afghanistan has some kind of event similar to what Belgium starts with. The size of the battles is kind of strange. Like the numbers change in UI when I mouse over. But I'm not sure if I remember it happening before. Right, we are actually almost at Toledo. Luckily, this is going to be a fairly quick war, so Galicia is not going to get a ton of devastation, which would be pretty annoying. Long term now, it's just, what, 23 more weeks, about? Probably less, because we are gaining more, and there's not that much debt we actually gained from this. So, I mean, after what happened, the disaster that happened in Sokoto, I actually recorded this one right after the previous one, so I didn't see any comments, but hopefully someone will give me advice to prevent this happening from the future, because I want to puppet Brazil, like, permanently, so, and I don't want to lose them immediately in the next war, like, immediately after the war. Brazil might be the next target. That would require me to build up my fleet a little bit. What's your army units? Line infantry, so maybe not that many. We already have 17, maybe 50 would be enough to actually make a landing in Brazil. Just take the capital, which is currently where? Yeah, in Rio de Janeiro, so right on the coast. Persia is doing surprisingly well. Does seem like in theory there's some British troops in here. Not that many though. Is this like... Oh, it's just a one massive front from Caucasus to Afghanistan. Which is actually not something I expected at all, but... Sure. I think just gaining more loyalists is going to be fine. I don't really need them to have more acceptance, they should have pretty fine. And if they're a bit radical, that's not that many of them just yet. Yeah, sure. Let's continue. It's pretty much guaranteed to pass at this point. Nice. Okay. Still waiting for the ticking. There's not that much change in war exhaustion they're getting. Oof, the amount of dead. It might be like 500,000 people from both sides. Afghanistan really didn't show up for their side, but well, that happens. Canada being symbolic engagement. Cuba and Philippines are actually doing some work for their size, I suppose. Though Cuba has an army the size of Persia, and yeah, they didn't commit as much. So they're not directly really threatened in any way. And yeah, we got pretty much all of Iberia by now. Still going to take a few more weeks just to finish up, but our army is fairly significant at this point. I mean, with all the conscription ready, we have a bigger army than Prussia. But that's not counting probably all of their conscripts. I'm pretty sure they could have more, just I don't really recruit them until it's really necessary. Also, I probably should get a general here, but it doesn't matter at this point. And then conscripts are going to leave anyways. Yeah, there's no army against us. What's the legitimacy, by the way, of the government? Okay, still over 50. Why France hates me so much? Wow. They really don't like me. We got the steam donkey, which I guess I will use... Oh, Russia is out. That's over. Engines. I don't have that many engines. Probably I should use automation in my colonies as well. I just don't really have resources for it for now, I don't think. Yeah. After this is finished, managing the market is going to be the most important thing. I'm still not doing that great, I think, on a lot of goods. Engines, clothes, furniture, coal, steel, even iron is kind of expensive. Oh, Constantine doesn't want to give in to the French demands, which means Austria is actually joining in, and the Sardinian revolt is still happening. But it looks like they're actually losing war exhaustion. We got rubber. Might be useful. And we won. We actually got a state we will be able to use. And I almost have bureaucracy for it as well. So that's pretty nice. Some naval bases, construction sectors. I mean, it's not a great state, but it's still almost 1 million people joining right in, and ideally I'd want to put... I would like to put edict here to encourage immigration. The question is, can I afford it? Does that mean removing like 2 consumption taxes? It would be 8k. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe. And then greener pastures. And now I think we'll be getting a ton of mass migrations. Lost diplomatic ties with Canada. Okay. Afghan radical revolt. What happened here? Now Great Britain gained more of Afghanistan somehow? And they're going for Ottoman Empire. Right. Ottomans, I'm actually surprised that no one bullied them so far. And it's for all of Iraq pretty much. Hey, going for actual historical colony. So, fair enough. Austria, despite being pretty weak as a great power, they actually trying to play the game against France in Northern Africa, trying to ally all those minor power here. But I think once the French actually say they actually try to check their power, that Austrians are not going to do well. Two cities join for the Ottomans against the British Empire. I'm not sure if that's going to be quite enough. Trade unions hate me again. Can I get you in the government, actually? This is still ongoing. Okay, let's wait for this to finish. And then I will get you into government. Just to remove this 10% construction penalty. Because it's actually kind of bad. So, let's kind of look at the situation as it is right now. I'm losing a ton of money. Despite not even building that much, pretty much nothing. What am I spending this money on? Interest. 20% of my expenses is interest. And that's despite being a great power. And yeah, not having classifier and missing some technologies as well. Can I get anything that would actually lower my interest? Not for a while. And I don't think I could go for laissez-faire because the industrialists are still for... How do I get 20%? Oh, it's just from... It's still weird that the UI still shows like the events revolting, relating to current vote as actually meaningful in this, even though they are not. This would piss off the absolutists. It would be the worst thing. 170, yeah, the Austrians, I don't think you guys really stand a chance. Do I just try to lower my expenses as much as possible for a while? To actually lower my credit, because, yeah, 40k. As much as my military is, and I can definitely lower my expenses on military for now. And to be honest, I could lower it on petite bourgeoisie, maybe. I think I'm okay on prestige. I might not be. I would prefer to remain a great power, and it looks like I can. Oh, Ottomans just backed out for one state. It's probably good for them, to be honest. Protests. Radicals will gain more attraction. So what do radicals actually want? Because this is something I could use. They want a republic. I want a republic too. And they want universal suffrage. I want that too, to be honest, pretty soon. Yeah, so let's... Oh my god, the Brits just don't know where to stop. Now they're going for Indochina. How much infamy do you guys have? It's in diplomacy. Not that much, to be honest. Okay. Actually, I probably want a bit more government administration. Like one in Azores, fine. Something in Galicia as well. Universities will be probably pretty nice soon. I cannot really... don't have that much money to spare, to be honest. You know what would probably help? If I just need to lower the costs of my goods. Like paper is pretty expensive, so let's lower that. Small arms, probably not a huge issue. Yeah, so paper and iron. Yeah, seems like a good idea. I cannot reorder them by the core states. Yeah, let's get like 10, why not? And then iron. Just go max in core states. So this is going to be a bit painful, especially since, oh my god, goddamn trade unions hate me again. But maybe eating a bit more that is going to be fine, maybe. Maybe laissez-faire, yeah, laissez-faire would be worth it just to remove the interest problem, pretty much. Not sure, long term I actually want to remove all of industry from the colonies, so I force more immigration towards my core states. But removing interest as a problem would be pretty nice. Yeah, this is almost exclusively Galicians who have... yeah, they are fully accepted, so must be pretty nice for them. This is still ongoing. GDP is kind of a mess for last 2 years, but I think it should be starting to improve now. Now that we're going to be actually building stuff that's Cape Verde, that's barely any people. Russia is declaring rivalry with us, okay. We got a new guy on the Catholic Church, which is a traditionalist again. We have a reformer on intelligentsia, which is a fair amount of power. We are starting to get some movement towards maybe getting property to women, which would probably be pretty nice. So I think this will be cheaper and should keep us great power. Yes, okay, sweet. Just being a great power does give you some quite nice bonuses to, yeah, loan interest and migration interaction, which are two very important things for us. And already Galicia is receiving a fair amount of weekly migrants, pretty nice, from Benin. Not getting that many mass migration right now. And there's definitely a lot of them happening towards Belgium, towards France, Bedouins, one towards Norway. Check the ledger. I mean, we are second only to United States, and we actually... oh, right. It's still not cored, of course. So we need to wait 4 years until this actually gives us a lot. And actually, coring this, taxing additional 1 million people will probably give us a lot of money as well. And I can always increase taxes, so that's also an option. Will we still be making positive, even with full construction? Even though, ideally, I want to increase my construction a fair amount, to be honest. What it is right now is... I mean, it's probably within the Great Powers level. Spain has 165. Great Britain has probably way more, like, what, 400? I'm guessing. 500, yeah. France is 300. So ideally I would want to actually have more than 300, to be honest. Can't really afford it right now, especially with the expansion of the army. This is pretty free. There's just a lot of expensive goods, which is not great for the market, as it is right now. Those guys signed a peace, and I think that means that the French managed to get their way in Constantine. Yep, it's blue now. The Sardinian revolt ended, they just got bored, I suppose. Fair enough. Is this going to be a win? Finally? Please, 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 please. Wallachia is actually a Russian puppet, right? Because they're Orthodox and... honestly, yeah, I'm afraid that Greece is just going to get eventually annexed by Russia. So actually, I mean, they're going to get puppeted, but whether they get annexed is a different question. I mean, it's going to happen within the petition, I think. So it's fair enough. But I think it's a fair time for a break. We are in a pretty good position now with Galicia. A lot of people hate us, and we are about to form our power block as well, which is probably going to cause more people to hate us as well. But yeah, things are still going quite nicely. And we still have a lot of time. Like, I think maybe next 10 years I focus on my economy, on my technology and so on. And after that I might just go all in on as much conquest as possible. There's still a lot of colonization left to be done. The Brits are not working as hard as you'd think. I guess because all of those are malaria regions as well. Right? Yeah, so it's slowing them down a lot. And I myself am pretty bad at colonizing. Wait, am I colonizing anything right now? No. Okay, so this needs to be fixed right now. This is the least border gore. Let's just go for all of the small malaria states because that's to make sure I don't forget about them, especially since some of those are going to be pretty fast, I think. We're actually going to go like this and then to Lake Victoria. Okay. Are those guys not colonizing? I guess they're not. We have famine in Portugal. This could be a lot of places. I mean, mild starvation in 0% pops. No ongoing famines. Okay, that was pretty short. And yeah, now Russia is going for the play. And so it's going to be supported by Netherlands against France. France is pretty strong. And they have a pretty significant empire. And Prussia is probably not going to get a lot of friends with 70 infamy. Yeah, a lot of people are actually leaning towards France. This is going to be a very important war. And ideally, I think I actually want Prussia to win, which is pretty rare that I want Germany to appear, but in this case, France is really strong. Like, I feel like Great Britain, despite having pretty good empire, their military is not that significant. Their navy is, let's be fair, but army-wise, I think France clears it. And they just might clear... Oh, I mean, Prussia, after annexing all of this, their numbers are not looking bad. It's going to be very narrow front as well. This is going to be interesting war. So yeah, GG guys, and see you on the next one.